Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Avalanche, ticker Avax against USDT. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. With that being said, we are on the Avax network, and I just want to run through the Q3 roadmap for the Avalanche project. So I do want to mention the ecosystem projects in this little roadmap over here. They have three different little topics, and if you open up the ecosystem projects, you can see that they have additional global exchange listings and additional US exchange listings. So during Q3, there will be major listings for the Avax coin, and as you know, listings usually pump up the price a lot, and basically listings bring a spotlight to the project, and this is good for the project, so definitely investing in it right now would be the smartest decision. And yeah, just check out the roadmap over here, guys. So they will have new DeFi lending platforms. They are upgrading their bridge, upgrading their wallet throughout this quarter. So, and they are going to get an NFT marketplace version 2. So it's looking very good. The new Avalanche bridge version 1 is going to be an industry-first secure bridging architecture, 5 times cheaper than Avalanche Ethereum bridge, and 2 times faster than AEB. Actually, I don't know what AEB stands for. That is my bad, guys. I do apologize. That is going to make me look stupid, but if you do know what is that, then do let me know down below in the comments. I do apologize. I just going to research that after I'm done with this video. But yeah, basically it's looking great. Avax is one of the best coins to invest in right now, in my opinion. That is why I'm covering it on this channel. So if you have some Avax and it's not doing anything, just go and take it on Binance. And yeah, let's jump into the charts, guys. Straight off the bat, on the time chart, you can see that we have this bearish divergence. So as you can see on the price action, we have made 3 consecutive higher highs. And on the RSI, we have made 3 consecutive lower highs. And this is a bearish divergence because the RSI is giving us an indicator of a price drop. So, and as you can see, we just now bounced off the 55 on the price chart. So this is good. And I'm going to give you some key support levels on the project on Avax, but I'm just letting you know that this is another hidden divergence that we found. We had one yesterday on Solana. And as you can see, they tend to play out just like they're supposed to. Break down and you come back and retrace a bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's jump into the weekly chart. And let's just zoom in a bit, guys. So yeah, let's just see. I'm going to give you some nice buying levels and some nice selling levels as well. We are below the weekly, guys. This is something that I do want to... This is something that you need to pay close attention to, this 20 weekly moving average, exponential moving average. So it's sitting right now at $16.70. So right here would be a nice level to sell some of your Avax coins and buy back in at a later support level that we're going to find after we come back and test this 20 EMA as resistance, because as you can see, we haven't tested it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 weeks straight. So we're due for some bounce and rejection off of this support level, off of this resistance level on the 20 EMA. So you have to keep that in mind. If we take a look at the RSI, this is pretty much us bottoming out. We have this beautiful double bottom pattern over here on the RSI. That's the first bottom, that's the second, and that is a beautiful indicator of a reversal. And so far we have started, it is playing out like it is supposed to, and you know, we're starting to recover, and perhaps we have bottomed out. On the MACD, we're not below the histogram, and we're curling up for that bullish cross. As you know, the MACD is a lagging indicator. You should always look at the MACD for confirmations of trends. And if we take a look at the Stochastic Rsi, we're pretty much in the floor. So this points towards a move towards the upside. This doesn't mean that it has to happen, but I'm just saying that the indicators are pointing towards us moving to the upside. All right, now if we go into the daily chart, now this is where things are looking better. So we're testing the 20 EMA as support, which is great. As you know, the 20 EMA should be your support level. We should bounce off of it. And you can see that we have tested the 55 EMA as resistance, and now we're hitting our head on it. And perhaps coming back down to the 20 EMA would be healthy. That is sitting currently at $12.10. So perhaps you can put some money on this level and get your Avax coins. Also, what I did spot was this head and shoulders, this inverse head and shoulders pattern on the daily chart. So this is the, let me bring out the brush. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. And you can see that. And we do have our neckline over here, as you can see. And we have broken out of that neckline. So how do you measure? Is you basically from the trend line, from this resistance neckline, all the way to the bottom. That is your breakout target, guys. Where did we start breaking out? Just about here. So that pretty much takes us to this resistance level at $17 that I have over here. Just a bit shy of it. Basically $17 is what we're looking at. So this is a move that we're anticipating right now on this channel for Avax. The strong inverse head and shoulders pattern on the daily chart, which is a bullish pattern. So we're having this strong recovery. Like I said, if you bought in at this dip over here, the last video we were 35% in profit. Now we're 50% profit, guys, out of this impulsive wave towards the upside, which is incredible, guys. If you bought in at this level that I gave you, you are in 50% profit right now, which is crazy to think, guys. So you need to pay attention to these little signals that I give you, because they usually do play out. So yeah. And looking at this larger fib that we have over here, so this is from the very top of that impulsive wave all the way down, from $60.30 all the way down to $9.35. And we do have the 0.236, a strong resistance level, that is $21.48. So that is potentially another level where you could start selling some of your Avax coins, but that would be after we break the 20 EMA on the weekly chart. So keep that in mind. Those are two major key resistance levels. We do have a target of $111 on Avax for the end of this bull market, but this is a conservative price in my opinion. I think we will peak out higher, but this is just a conservative price. This is where I'm going to start taking profits on Avax. So that is not financial advice, that is just my opinion. That is based on the fib retracements, and I've gone over that with this, basically I've gone over that in previous videos. But yeah, let's take a look at some indicators on the daily chart. So as you can see, we did have this strong resistance line. We broke above it on the RSI, and potentially what could happen now is we come back and retest it as support, and that would still be bullish. That would be great. That would be a confirmation of this uptrend. Don't want to drag on this video for too long. On the Stochastic Rsi, you can see that we have topped out. And usually when you get into this area, guys, you tend to come back down. As you can see, every time we're above the 80 index on the Stochastic Rsi, we tend to come back down, go to the floor, bottom out, and then make another wave, move towards the upside. That's potentially what's going on right now. If we take a look at the MACD, you can see that we had this EMA retest with a signal line. This moving average bounced off. Well, we made a bearish cross for a bit here, but then we made a bullish cross on the daily. That was July 22nd. A lot of projects made bullish crosses on July 22nd. And now we're getting a bit overextended, so potentially just come back down a bit for another retest. But this is a lagging indicator, keep that in mind. So potentially something like this, where the moving average springs off the signal line and goes up. So that's potentially what we're looking for on the MACD. But obviously that is a lagging indicator, so you should always Always keep that in mind. First, the price action does something, then the MACD does it. Now, jumping into the 4-hourly chart. So, as you can see, we do find ourselves in this channel up pattern, and usually you tend to break down out of this pattern. So we do have this resistance line over here that we have touched twice, and we do have this support line that we touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times now, and potentially we need to hold some key levels of support for this uptrend to continue. One major key level, as you all are aware, is the 55 EMA, which currently sits at $12.44. So keep that in mind. Next up, we have the 200 EMA. So if you fail to hold the 55, which would be bearish, you would bounce off the 200 and just continue, because if you're in between the EMAs, the 55 and the 20, you're consolidating, you're waiting for a breakout to the upside or to the downside. And hopefully we have bottomed out on Bitcoin and all the other projects. We're having a little bit of a pullback, which is expected. I did warn you guys. We still might come back to 36.5K on Bitcoin, and that would still be healthy. Just keep that in mind. Obviously, this huge demand zone over here from $10.56 all the way to $9.37 is something where you need to put some bits into Avax, because every time we land in that zone, we just tend to recover very, very fast. So this time we went into the zone. We saw an appreciation of 45 cents. This time we went into the zone, we saw an appreciation of 50%, and that took us 17 days. So as you can see, this is looking good, guys. This is looking good. So you should always buy off support levels. And one other support level that I'm going to give you right now is the 0.618 on the fib. So if we draw out the fib from the swing low to the swing high, you can see that the 0.618 is exactly where the 200 EMA is. That is $12.27. And this is where the price usually comes back to after an impulsive wave to the upside or to the downside. So potentially something that you may look at is us losing this channel, coming back down and just bouncing off this 0.618 and coming back up and breaking this 0.786, testing it as support and then coming back up. One thing we can also do is, as you can see, we went up above the 0.786, came back down, we're testing it as support, and then we can just blast off and melt faces. That is another possibility, guys. You should keep that in mind. And if I say that this is the golden ratio and this is the most important fib level, that doesn't mean that the price has to come back there, as you can see. But usually it does happen. It does come back there, and it would be, to be honest with you, it would be very healthy for the price to do that, because the EMAs are getting a bit overextended. The 55 EMA is so far away from the 20 EMA, and you tend to lose the 20 EMA when that happens. And hopefully we can just lose the EMA if that happens and bounce off the 55 and just keep it as support and then have another impulsive wave to the upside. Hopefully that's something that can happen. But yeah, otherwise, keep in mind this $12, pretty much 30 cents. I'm just going to mark off that area for you guys. Keep that level in mind. That is very, very important, because sooner or later we're going to lose this support line of this trend line and of this channel up pattern, basically. So yeah, keep that in mind. If we take a look at the RSI, yeah, we made a double bottom over here, a double top, I apologize, and we're coming back down to test the support level. So as you can see, this is a very nice support level for the RSI. We tend to come back here and just bounce up. We'll see if we can hold that level on the RSI. If we lose 49, the 49 index on the RSI, and we do come back down, that is potentially when you expect the price to bounce off the 55 EMA. So keep that in mind as well. But on the stochastic RSI, we have bottomed out. So this indicator might just play out into that idea that I just gave you, where we test the 786 as support and then keep on moving up, because that is a possibility. We may never come back to the 0.618. You know, it doesn't happen 100% of the time, but it does happen quite often. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. That's pretty much it. I gave you some nice sell order levels, and obviously if we continue with the trend, then the $18.78 would be the high of this impulsive wave. And you know, if we continue with this trend, that is potentially where you can see us topping out before moving back down to test a support level. But yeah, it does look like we may just break down a bit on Avax and test some key levels of support, because that would be healthy. But overall, it's looking great. It's looking bullish, guys. So keep that in mind. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm going to catch you the next one. Goodbye and good night.